Welcome to Well-Traveled Life with Jonathan, Jennifer, and Delphine.
It's the Delphine reunion.
Today we are playing What's Your Favorite Thing in Norway? A variation of that.
It's going to be wild and fast-paced.
Should we do it in French?
Delphine, you're welcome to do it in French.
I mean, we could all just do it in French.
Well, you might be able to do it in French. I will not be able to do it in French.
All right. Just so people know, what is your magic word today, Jen?
I know everything?
Show.
Oh. My sign is... Oh, I have an answer for everything, but I know everything too. I think I'm told that a lot.
And what is yours?
Mine is bon voyage.
And mine is let's go, people.
Because of your extreme sense of
Do we
patience?
have to use the sign? Or
Yes.
can I just use the voice? And just say, because that comes out awfully easy.
That does come out awfully easy for you.
Yeah, yours is hard. That'll give us an advantage. Let's do it. All right. So the first category. Do you want to do this?
Sure.
So these are all things about Norway, and we were blessed to have Delphine traveling with us for most of our most recent trip to Norway. The first category is best art. Oh, you have an answer for everything. All right.
My favorite art was in Oslo at the Vigeland Sculpture Park.
That was my favorite too.
Oh, but see, that's the way this game is played. If you're first, then everybody behind you has to
but
come
I'm
up with something
second,
else.
and my second answer is the same thing.
No, you gotta come up with something different.
What was your favorite?
Mine was the dance at the Flam's waterfall.
Oh, the siren who danced the "Come to the water and I'll kill you" dance.
The siren.
Miss Graham, what was yours?
I can't use the same one. I like the murals in Stavanger.
Ah, those were good. Those were beautiful.
What's the second one, Delphine?
Your favorite activity?
You guys are really slow at this. What's going on with that?
Okay.
Okay, I have to say this answer could fill a whole bunch of these, but we took a hike in Skjolden where we went up to a lookout overlooking the city, and it was spectacular. It was a sunny day. It was perfect. So I think that was my favorite activity, and it's crazy. It was free, unguided, and I loved it.
For me, it was the fjord and seaplane.
Eidfjord seaplane, that was gorgeous. That was fabulous.
Eidfjord.
Yeah.
And yours?
For me, eating strawberries.
When we were going through the Valdalen Valley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that place.
That place. Those were incredible.
Coming down from Trollstigen.
That
What's
would
the
be
third
like
one?
a shout out thanks to Knut for buying those for us.
Yeah.
Next one is your favorite town in Norway.
Let's go, people. My favorite town in Norway is Molde.
That is the city that Eric drove us around in, and we went on the Atlantic Road, and I guess he took us up to his little village and up to that lookout overlooking the city. I think it reminds me a lot of Alesund, but maybe smaller, and it's actually pretty close to Alesund. That's a really good one, Jonathan. Good job thinking about that one. Very pretty city.
Mine was Trondheim.
Trondheim was fun.
Beautiful place and beautiful activities.
You guys went walking a lot.
We went walking.
Yeah.
We walked over to that huge Gothic church. That
Yeah.
church is
Yeah.
phenomenal. And I would say the other thing that made that kind of special was, remember when we went back behind the church in the bishop's palace and they had those guys doing like a little, I don't know if it was a Viking play
Yes.
or games with kids or whatever, and I mean they were hilarious. So
It was fun, yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna say that was another free day. Yeah,
Yes.
no guide, no cost, just
Yeah.
a lot of fun. My favorite town, Skjolden. Skjolden stole my heart. I could go back there and stay for a very long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty remarkable.
that was really special.
I think we all thought that.
I think so too.
A place that we would go back for an extended stay.
Wild swimming in Skjolden. That was awesome. It's cold, but that was fun.
Yeah. Favorite site?
Oh, what was the last one? You were first.
Pulpit Rock.
We were in Stavanger and we took an electric boat
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
And we stayed up on top the whole time and had great views. And
Great photography all the
Great
way out there. A little known fact that you may not know, but Pulpit Rock is featured in one of the Mission Impossible movies where Tom Cruise is actually, does he
Fighting.
fall
hanging
off?
from it. Yeah.
Hanging from it in the bad guy,
Yes.
who's the actor who plays Superman, is flying off.
Yes.
He doesn't fly. He's got no plane, no wings. He just takes a dive into the river.
It was Skjolden look at for me.
Yeah, it was that hike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just got to the top and it was,
You guys both got to the top.
yeah.
Yep.
I didn't. I failed.
You felt something.
It was fabulous. I'm going to say that my favorite site was when we were up in Honingsvag at the very, very top, and we had midnight sun for like 3 days in a row, but we were having really, really big storms. And I have this phenomenal video of the sun coming through the clouds, the sun rays, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's bright sun coming through the clouds. That's probably was my favorite site. That's the stuff you travel for.
Yeah.
The hardest thing to pronounce. Eidfjord.
Which one?
Are you doing it in English or French? I can't
I
tell.
don't really know.
I can't really tell. Or you
Eidfjord?
do it in Norwegian?
The seaplane. Place.
Eidfjord.
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 Hard thing to
Yeah, it
pronounce.
is hard to say.
Yeah.
All right.
What was the top of the world place?
Trollstigen?
No.
No.
Top of the world.
Oh, Honingsvag.
That's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Honningsvag.
All right, well, I'm calling the ultimate hard one, and it was, and I need Knut here to help me. Gudbrandsfjordet.
Gudbrandsfjordet.
It's that waterfall on the backside of the Trollstigen we
yeah.
stopped at. And I tried all day to say it, and I couldn't get it. But it's something like Gudbrandsfjordet.
Gudbrandsfjordet.
So speaking of...
Up! No. I'll let you get it out.
Who's your favorite tour guide?
Favorite tour guide is after this one. After best view. Do it.
Okay.
Best view. All right. Best view, without a doubt, is at the top of Trollstigen. So you climb up for 45 minutes or so.
Yes.
Hairpin turns the whole way, and when you get to the top, the whole valley is there. If you're lucky, the sun is out and you can see it. If not, there's a good chance while you're there it'll be clouded and then clear up. You see sheep and waterfalls and buses and cars coming up. That was just amazing.
I agree. It was mine too.
You have to find something else.
Okay, Skjolden.
Skjolden, we're just going to keep coming
Yes.
back to you. I'm going to say my favorite view was from that seaplane in Eidfjord. We got up over the glaciers. We got up over these huge gorges with waterfalls coming off the edges of these cliffs. So I'm calling my best view.
And then when we came back, you've got the whole fjord there, and our ship is there.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Best tour guide.
Knut.
Aye, we all want Knut.
Not favorite tour guide, because they're all good. I don't
Yes.
know that there's a best, but
I agree with that.
my favorite is the guide, and you'll have to help me, from Africa.
Eritrea. Ate.
Eritrea. Yeah, Ate.
Ate was such a win. That's such a great story.
But I don't want a short canoe.
Knut was a great story too. So I want to say this. Knut is a taxi driver who we made into a tour guide and said, we've got you for the whole day. And then we came back and said, we've got you for another whole day. So Knut is a fabulous tour guide. Ate was a really special story. I'm going to say somebody different only to give a shout out. We had a not super beginning to our seaplane ride in Eidfjord. There was some mixed communication about whether we needed a ride or not. We ended up having to walk over there. We were kind of frustrated, and we weren't loving. Yes. So somebody might have had his "Let's go, people" sign on that day, and but we got there, and I have to say the pilot of the seaplane was fabulous, and he really got how moved I was by the experience. And I remember as we were leaving, he was like, you really loved this. I'm like, I really loved this.
He was good. It was the last flight of the day. He was getting ready to go on vacation, I think, for 2 weeks or something.
And he's from Sweden.
I think he recognized that we were also tired and a little frustrated. And I was in a terrible mood because of all the missed connections and everything else, and the long walk, and it was hot, and he would not let me be in a bad mood.
Yeah.
That was a great trip.
That's a good lesson in there, right?
And I would just say, we've had a chance to do both helicopter flights and seaplanes in several locations, from Alaska to Norway and elsewhere. Australia. And if you have a chance to do it, do it. Don't look back. Don't worry about the cost. You only have so many chances in life to do that. And if you're someplace really special, do it.
Yeah, and if you have weather, then we actually had thought that it was going to get canceled. And it turned out they were doing them even in the clouds, but they weren't getting up over the glacier. They weren't going up as high and as far north. And
by the time we did it, it cleared up, and
we got the full tour.
Yeah, we really did.
So that was pretty special.
The best food. I will say.
All right, you say it.
Strawberries, special thanks to Knut.
So he literally stopped by the side of the road, bought us strawberries, and we're eating them in his car, dripping all over. And he had gotten 2 boxes of strawberries, and Jonathan and Delphine were in the back seat, and you guys had 1 box. And I wasn't eating them because I'm not a huge strawberry fan. That's not really my favorite thing. But you guys kept raving about them, and Delphine doesn't like strawberries. And you were eating them.
Yes.
And so it was like, I'll try them. And oh my gosh, I think that second box ended up in the front seat only.
Yeah.
I agree.
It was quite good. They're just a lot more taste in the strawberries
So naturally sweet.
than most grocery store
And we have
strawberries.
seen the valley and...
Yeah, exactly. We saw where they were all grown, and that was spectacular.
My favorite beverage in this case is the beer tasting that we did in Flam.
Yeah, that was
At the
way
end of our
fun.
train ride.
Yes, at that brewery.
It was fun. It
Yes.
was a fun place, Viking theme, and it's really good.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's good beer.
Yeah, and they had some good beers.
I did.
Ooh, and since I can't say strawberries, I'm going to say the cider in Skjolden.
You're right.
Homemade cider. That was, and again, so homemade cider sitting on his back porch overlooking the fjord below us. Yeah.
Well, give a shout out to him and his wife.
The cidery.
What's their name?
The cidery.
What is their name, the couple?
Oh, we never met the couple. We didn't meet the wife at all.
Really? I thought they drove you.
No, that's the couple across the street.
Okay.
That's Taga and Ellie.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll give a
Favorite
shout out to
people, favorite town. I think we're going to be back. Your favorite drive.
Yeah.
I'm calling this one. I'm gonna switch it up and give you guys a chance. The Trollstigen in a storm. Because we did the Trollstigen a couple different times, and we did it once with Ate. It was cloudy and rainy and foggy. You couldn't see a thing, and that was my favorite drive.
That would have been, except he was driving a Tesla that he had never driven before, and the windshield wipers were going.
It was raining.
Time. Well, no, but he couldn't turn them off, so even when it wasn't, they were going. But I would say that drive. I'll take the back half.
Oh!
Sorry.
Okay, I'm taking the first part of this drive.
I'm going to change mine. You guys are going to get the front and the back half of the Trollstigen, but I do think it's important to note, drive over the Trollstigen to the other side and drive back the back way. That's worth doing. Don't just go up to the top and then come back down. But I'm going to say, and this goes back, Jonathan, to Eric, and from Molde, we went on the Atlantic Road, and it's a huge bridge that goes between islands and curves and goes up, and we had some pretty cool moody weather that day. So I'm going to say the Atlantic Road.
That was a nice drive. Best place for photography. I think I was first.
Yes.
And I would say the ferry ride, the electric ferry in, what was it? Come on.
Stavanger. No? Stavanger?
Yeah.
Say it again. Say it in English.
Stavanger.
Stavanger?
Stavanger, yeah.
Stavanger, yeah. That place, yeah. That was just amazing. We talked about it a minute ago, but we were on a large electric ferry, so no pollution, no smoke. Went up this fjord. We're at the top deck. We stood up the whole time, and by the end we were pretty tired. Photography was great, and you know, you had beautiful houses, forests along the way, and then cliffs, including the Pulpit Rock. But there was some kind of magic goat on the side.
It was they were little wild goats that they went and dropped food off for.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
For me, it's Skjolden
Yeah.
because of the view, the cider.
We got great
And people,
pictures that day. Yeah, and the people. And Ellie and Taga took us over to that waterfall. We got great photos there. And there was that farm, the big, huge farm right there. They had their big, monstrously huge workhorses out. And yeah, great pictures. I'm going to say Stavanger, but I'm going to say the whole of Stavanger, not just Pulpit Rock and that fjord. I'm going to say even the town. We walked up to that Lervig local brewery that the gal on the boat had told us about. And you and I walked around town, and we even split up at one point, and you were getting pictures of one area. I just thought the cobbled roads, the little gardens, lots of white houses, and it's just known for having a old part, and that old part was charming, I thought. So.
All right. Now, the best waterfall.
I mean, you got to go with Trollstigen.
Oh,
All the
because
way
there were
up.
two of them. Which one?
Just both.
Huh.
I'll
Cheater.
take both. That was pretty fabulous, yeah.
Yeah.
You have multiple views of it because you're going up through these hairpin turns, and so just when you think it can't get any better, you go up another 100 feet and get another view of it, and it's fabulous. And then when you're at the top, you can see
Looking
it
down.
going down.
Yeah.
For me, it's the one in Flam.
Flam!
Yeah.
Well, the one above Flam, like when you came down from Myrdal. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Where
fab.
she was singing,
Yes. Dancing.
dancing.
Yeah,
Dancing on the music, yeah.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, that one was beautiful. And you're right up close, so
Yes.
you do get just great shots of it. I'm going to say, and I get to say it because neither one of you were there, Geiranger. And most people will say Geiranger is their favorite town, and it wasn't my favorite town. I'm one of those few. It was just too crowded. There were way too many people there. But Geiranger has a waterfall that literally falls down the middle of its town, and they have a staircase that you walk up next to it to get from the lower part of the town, the water, up to the top of the town. And that waterfall is spectacular. So I'm going to call Geiranger's waterfall a 100% win and worth seeing when there aren't other tourists there.
I think that's all of our favorite and best of categories. But should we give folks a bonus round?
Oh, you got some bonus questions?
For people that have never been to Norway and they're thinking about going, Delphine, why should someone go to Norway?
Because your friends invite you.
For sure. And also because you have some many natural places, natural park, natural waterfalls, and kindness of people, and I think yes, if you want to be in a natural point of view, natural way of life, you have a lot of camping and things like that. I think it's a really good destination for a trip.
You are going to Norway to be outside. Winter or summer, I'm going to say that. But if you're going in the summer, you are going to be outside. And it's everything that you can see. And it's the water, whether it's a waterfall, a fjord, a pool, a river, it's water. The rain, the mist, I loved all of that. Do a little wild swimming, take a hike, grab your camera. Yeah, it's the outdoors.
Well, I would agree with both of those things. I think being around water, while there are some roads and tunnels and things, and they've been very creative about that, that certainly the easiest way to get around is by water, and that's why most of the towns and villages that people go to are right in the coast. So whether you're going by ferry or a cruise ship or train, you're going to be probably near the coast, and you can see a lot right on the coast. So just beautiful. I thought the people were friendly. I think maybe they have a reputation of being somewhat reserved, and I would say they're just polite, and they're not going to intrude. But once you engage them and talk to them, they were very friendly, I found. So that, the people are great. As a photographer, there's so many things to take pictures of there. Just can't beat that.
Thanks for playing Best of Norway with Jonathan, Jennifer, and Delphine, who was in Norway with us.
For more information on each of these Norwegian destinations, check out our playlist on Norway.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this.
We got great views, great photo.
Photos.
Welcome to Well-Traveled Live.
The
Let's all
creepy
do it.
version.
Welcome to
Well-Traveled Live. En français?
Welcome to World Travel Life. Well Travel Life. I can do it.
Welcome to Well Traveled Life.